who's come all the way up from Old Bridge, and he's here to make a fool of himself. You're looking at the backside of a man who played with the actual Bill Haley of the Comets. Eddie, this is the one we were talking about. That's Bill Turner, the best dobro country rock player in this room tonight. And of all the country rock artists who have backed up all the Elvis Presleys, Bill, turn around. Turn around for a moment. Raise your hat. Raise your hand. Of all the country rock bands in New Jersey and the metropolitan area, we didn't rehearse that. Of all the country artists that I have seen in the last 46 years, Bill Turner and Blue Smoke is, without a doubt, the most recent. I'm finished.
Okay, thank
and
you.
he'll be getting to you later on.
Well, we have to let Sick Vic go.
Yeah.
Okay, Sick Vic, you are going to do comedy?
Yeah.
I feel so badly about that name. How did you get that name?
Because I'm sick.
Well, you can't. I mean, in a funny way. Because you just
I'm
find
a serial killer of comedy.
Oh my God. Should we let him perform? But serial killer, but we're going to laugh a lot, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it, Sick Vic. Are you okay? Do you need the mic stand or nothing? No. Okay, you go for it.
I would never burn down a police station. I would have no place to live. I saved my neighborhood from a homicidal maniac. I left town. I have a bad social life. I stopped talking to myself. I'm not nervous when I rob a bank. They never notice the rolls of toilet paper missing from the bathroom. I'm very upfront with my wife. I told her if she bleaches her mustache, she'll still look like a water buffalo. She tells me I'm bad in bed. I don't know if it's because I always fall asleep or I get in the milkman's way. When she gets car sick, she throws up. I don't know if it's because the way I drive or I strap her to the fender. I love walking into a stranger's house. It's the only time a woman screams for me. I stopped being an alcoholic because it was ruining my life. Every day I was showing up for work. To have a good life, I don't drink. Last time I got drunk, I returned all the credit cards I stole. I felt bad when my loan shark died. I wasted $5 on a Mother's Day card. In jail, my mother would always cry when she saw me on visiting day, so I stopped visiting her. Some of my Catholic grade school are not retired. I see them on America's Most Wanted. The day I was married, the church was packed with my relatives. After the wedding, they were all crying because my wife was the only one allowed to leave the prison. My friend Butch was the best man at my wedding. We've been through a lot together. She's my parole officer. My wife and I have been married for 10 years and we haven't had one fight. I don't know if it's because we have nothing to argue about or we never speak to each other. I never mug old people. I help them across the street. It's an easier way for me to pick their pocket. Once I mugged a blind old man. In his wallet I found the picture of my wife. I gave him his money back. Hey, driving in this day and age, I never pick up a hitchhiker. It's too much of a hassle for me to... My shrink tells me I'm normal, but I'm all alone when I hear him say it. My wife and I, we were happily married for 10 years. Then we stopped cheating on each other. My poor uncle married a rich old widow. Their pictures turned out nice of their honeymoon in Florida. He has a good one of the alligator eating her head. I'm not a bum. I shower every morning, and then I'm out of the house before the owner gets home. I knew a 4-foot bald man who had no woman. I put cologne on his head and it helped. A tall blonde lady took him home. She thought he was a Dove roll-on stick. I bowl. It's a shame everyone on the female league is married. They're so ugly, everyone thinks their husbands are blind, desperate, or drunk. But we're not. A guy told me, he says, "You did a great job at pianos the other night." I said I wasn't there. He said, "Exactly." I didn't like my mother-in-law, so it didn't bother me when she died. Piranhas don't leave a trace. And now, my famous impression of John Gotti. Thank you. My shrink looks like Cindy Crawford. I never mentioned it because it might hurt his feelings. Once the police came to my house and told my parents I died in a car accident. When I came home that night, that's when they started crying. Since I was a bad kid, they prayed for me every night, but I never died. I come from a poor family. When I was 4, I thought we lived in the nicest mobile home. When I was 12, I realized it was a rent-a-car. Once I caught a beautiful female thief in my house. I told her, if you sleep with me, I won't call the police. She called the police on me. I don't suffer from insanity. I love it! I'm married, and once a beautiful woman asked me out on a date, and I told her, I don't think you and I will ever have what my wife and I have. A restraining order. Even though my brother's slow, he worked hard to get into Harvard. It took him 3 days to find the main entrance. In jail, my other brother was a model prisoner. I don't know if it was because he was well behaved or he looked good in high heels and a miniskirt. My sister has so much hair in her left armpit it looks like she's got Whoopi Goldberg in a headlock. My great-grandmother survived the Titanic. She watched the whole 3-hour movie without falling asleep. She carries a .44 Magnum because she lives in a bad neighborhood. Could you blame her? She's the only serial killer. She has Alzheimer's. Only one thing. She doesn't know it. Even though my grandfather's 98 years old, he loves Christmas. He's excited about the tree. It's the one time he could do wee-wee in the living room. In my neighborhood, there was a tough Jewish gang called the Horrible Hebrews. Ooh, they were bad. At night, they would break into stores and lower the prices. Once I found an English bulldog in the park and took it home. The cops came after me. It was Roseanne Barr with no makeup on. A bum and a bag lady had a nice wedding. The wife was mad because a lot of uninvited people came. I told her the same thing would have happened on the F train. I know a gangster got a $10,000 contract to kill himself. I failed the physical to get into the Gambino crime family. I'm 200 pounds underweight. And I'm scared of being sent to a hardcore prison because I know what's in there waiting for me. My grandmother! I have friends of mine in jail who are rat, lie, and kill to get out, but they don't get off guard duty till 6 a.m. Prison food has improved. Now you can make a box cutter out of a grilled cheese sandwich. Well, I better get back to the nut house before they do the bed check. You guys have been a great audience. Good night.
Thank you so much. Walter, what did you think of Sick Vic, huh? What did you think, huh?
Are you asking me what I thought? Well, when does he go on? I've been sitting back here. I can't hear anything. I don't see anything.
He went on.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
You missed him.
He was on?
Yes.
Sorry, but I'm sure it was...
I could try, but we'll see the next one.
Yeah, you know what they say, you snooze,
It's
you
very
lose.
comfortable back here. There's a pillow. Mr. Budnitz
You
gave
have
me a
to be
pillow
up
back here.
front and present.
No, too many people staring at me.
We like you.
Oh.
All right, I'll stand over here. I'll sort of like maintain a low profile.
I forgot
Absolutely.
one thing. Fran Testa is our piano player, who is nice to come out tonight. Thank you so much. If anyone needs her, she will perform with us.
Has she moved the
As a
pianos
matter of fact,
also?
she's going to be accompanying our next...
Is she? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Fran. So this is
Melanie
Fran.
coming up.
Let me shake
Fran,
your
say
paw.
hello. Come say hello.
Is she the
Thanks
piano
for
player?
coming tonight.
Hey, Fran.
Very good.
Where do you
We work
usually
closely
have a school,
together.
Or where do we usually find you?
Teach
You teach?
piano.
You teach piano. Okay.
Where does she
Fantastic.
do that?
And where are you
Where does
from?
she teach?
West? Oh, okay, so am I. Okay, so a lot of neighbors. Okay, and you're performing, playing the piano for
Melanie tonight, yeah.
Melanie?
Melody's coming up.
Melanie
Where is Melanie?
Matrano.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Melanie,
Where's Bill Turner? Where did he
Oh,
go?
actually,
You
she's
have,
around here.
who else do you have?
Where did he go?
My pianist Matt King.
You're, oh, but what about Fran? Oh, you're not.
Well, I use him all the time.
You had him
Oh.
last...